Hi guys, Nick Bosco here. Fresh back home from Vegas, UFC 246. Had a great time. It was amazing. I just want to do a little video to give you my thoughts following the weekend, thoughts following the fight, and going forward. So I got to Vegas on Thursday, a little late, so I didn't get to go to media day. My first experience with UFC 246 was Friday morning. I'd never been to the morning weigh-ins before. When I covered UFC 244, I didn't get to go to the morning ones. So that was an interesting experience. I mean, you see the live stream from other people, and so you kind of know what it's going to be like. But being up there close and personal and seeing, like, there was some drama that unfolded. You know, some people missed weight. Some people had to, like, cut weight some more and, you know, use the hoop and the towel and all that stuff. So being there up close was really interesting. And then we had to go right away over to the afternoon weigh-ins. In New York, you know, the afternoon weigh-ins are basically called like the evening weigh-ins, the night weigh-ins. It's usually like 6 o'clock. This was like in the afternoon, so we had to go straight there. So that was fun because I didn't know that they were going to give Chuck Liddell his Hall of Fame jacket, so it was nice to see that. And then, you know, it was pretty uneventful. There was no beef, so that was fine. And I actually want to talk a little bit about that. I actually liked the fact that there was no real drama or beef going into this fight. Like, I think Conor McGregor, I mean, it's no secret that Conor is able to choose his opponents, right? I mean, he's the biggest draw in the fight game. Everybody wants to fight him. He said he was coming back. He picked this date. He said, I want to fight on January 18th. They made a pay-per-view basically just for him. A lot of people said that they were disappointed with the star power on the undercard, but I mean, he's enough to carry it anyway, so you see how well it did. So he was able to choose whatever opponent he wanted. He chose Cowboy Cerrone. He said he was impressed with his last wins, you know, last couple wins or whatever, and there was no beef coming up to it. And I think that's what he needed. He kind of needed to, like, redeem himself in a way with purely fighting. He needed to stop being the Conor that, you know, who the fuck is that guy and all that other stuff. Like, he didn't need all that. He needed to prove that he's back and he's serious and he's here to fight. I think it was the perfect opponent to do that because Donald Cerrone's not going to start anything with him either. So, you know, the weigh-ins was fine. They shook hands. He still got the crowd going crazy. You know, he did his posing and his flexing and all that other stuff. So I think that went perfectly fine. So then fight night comes along, same thing. No real drama, respect from the beginning. The way he won was exactly what he needed. He needed something spectacular, something quick, and not to take a lot of damage. So he got all three of those things. The shoulder, you know, slamming the shoulder, I don't remember seeing that to that extreme before. The way he just came out so quickly, didn't take any damage at all. So his 2020 season, as he calls it, he wants to get back in there right away. He's all set up to do that return whenever he wants. You know, afterwards he was calm, respectful. I think after all his fights he's kind of calm and respectful. But, you know, he gave Donald Cerrone's grandmother a hug and everything. And that was really sweet. As for me, getting to see all that, you know, I haven't been covering this sport very long, about 4.5, maybe 5 years. Getting into it, I never expected to be able to be up and close personal in one of the biggest fights of the year, one of the biggest fights of all time, maybe, I don't know, maybe the biggest fight moment of all time. Not the biggest, one of the biggest, I should say. You know, Conor McGregor is like a once-in-a-lifetime fighter, you know? Same thing with Ronda Rousey. When she was at her prime, everybody wanted to be interested in it. Everybody was interested in it, even if you're not an MMA fan. She was on, you know, ESPN all the time, covers of magazines, all this stuff. He's taking it to another level. So being able to go to that fight, be able to fly out to Vegas is kind of like, it was like a bucket list thing for me. You know, I don't know how long I'll have in MMA media. It's a very volatile industry, you know, like a lot of people are not the top of the top, you know, like there's Ariel Helwani, there's ESPN, there's, you know, a couple other people that are up there doing their own thing, and I know that I'm not the top of the top, but I'm hoping that maybe I could work my way up there. I'm hoping that you guys enjoy the content that I do put out, you know, so getting to go to this fight was something to just like a story to tell, you know, like when all's said and done, you know, if I continue on with this career, to the top, then, you know, I'll have a lot more stories to tell. You know, if it doesn't work out and some reason I'm not able to do it anymore, at least I have the time that I've put in. You know, being in Vegas is fun. I had some family out there, so I was able to visit my family too. And it's always interesting to see like the behind the scenes. Like when I was in New York, I feel like there was so much more people like backstage, like crowded when we set up the cameras to get all the post-fight scrums. There was so much more people in New York. I feel like in Vegas, maybe a lot more people were out in front, like at cage side. So it wasn't like as crazy, but then it's also like I like being close to the fighters. Like you can watch the post-fight scrums online, obviously, but like getting there and it's like something different when you're like so close to them and you're seeing their emotions. Like they had just gone through this, you know, maybe like a 5-round battle or a 3-round battle, and you know, you see them right afterwards and they're very emotional and they're happy, or there's drama involved and you had to hear their story right away. You know, it's the raw emotions that I really enjoyed. I've been to Bellator before, so I've had that before, but Bellator is different. They don't usually do like one-on-ones, not one-on-one, but like one person at a time scrums in the back. They usually do like a panel or something like that. You know, everybody's, I don't know, it's just very interesting and I really enjoyed it, and I want to go to more UFC fights throughout the year, except I'm not going to probably be able to travel. Like, you know, UFC's coming to Brooklyn, maybe that one. It's close enough. If they go to New Jersey or Long Island or something like that. If they go to Albany, definitely, because Albany's not that far away from here. So, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Like, I just wanted to, you know, think back on the weekend and trying to remember everything. And, you know, it's such a whirlwind. I barely slept at all. I'm not that type of person. I'm like, I want my sleep. I want to go to bed. So, it was very, very busy. Very fun. Maybe at a couple days when I have a little more time to like process it, I'll come up with some more, you know, in-depth assessment of it. But for now, that's all I have. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll have some more content coming out in the future, and I'm going to try some, you know, I'm trying to keep it up. So if you guys keep supporting me, I'll keep giving it to you. So I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.